ensure God power. Get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. Whatever it is, it might exist in somebody else's world, but until you are aware of it, it does not exist at all in the world or the universe. Now notice I said does not exist at all in the world or universe. You see, you can only speak in terms of your own reality, so to you, all you can say is it doesn't exist. And that's true. That's reality. That's your reality. But from a higher consciousness point of view, you have to recognize that everything that can exist does exist. Everything that might be is. In the universe, it all exists right now. Everything you can think of exists, and everything you can't think of exists. It's just not in your world. Here, let's look at this other illustration. Your sphere of awareness. Now, once again, we got you in a blue world. Here it says your world in this circle. It says everything in this circle exists and is real. That's your world. Whatever you believe exists, you can see. Whatever you don't, you can't see. Outside of this small circle, and believe me, it's a very small circle. Here it says outside of that, the realm of all other possibilities. That means everything. All other possibilities, that means if it could be, it is. Maybe we have 10 moons circling our Earth. Who knows? We just can't see them. Because, see, the thing about it is when you were born here on Earth, you came in with the Earth quote-unquote package. And the Earth package that you were given as instinct at your birth says that there's the Earth and there's the moon. But if you expand and go beyond your starting package, and you could probably experience all kinds of other combinations of things. We may have a couple suns. We might have many moons. Who knows what? I don't know. But anything that can be is. So here it says the realm of all other possibilities. Here it says everything out here might or might not exist. It only exists when it gets elicited into your world by awareness. So don't worry about it, because everything I was just talking about doesn't exist unless you know about it, unless you're aware of it, unless it's in your reality. Then it does exist. So you can always only speak of your own reality. You can, whenever you say something is or is not, remember, you can only say that from your point of view and your reality. You cannot ever say that something doesn't exist, because everything that is possible and impossible exists. But not in your reality. So just remember, when you're talking about reality, when you're talking about what is and what isn't, it is always only about you. Always only your reality that you're talking about. You cannot talk about somebody else's reality. It is impossible. You cannot. You cannot say what they know or don't know, what they can experience or not experience, what they're aware of or not aware of. Because as we've seen, you can stick your finger in a candle flame and you can say that's reality. When you put your hand in a flame, it burns. But somebody else can do it That's not reality. You can say when you get shot with a bullet, it goes in you. That's reality, but as we can see, there are other people who get shot with a bullet, and the bullet is the one that gets fatally wounded. That's reality, not your reality. You can say, but when somebody's standing in front of you, you can't see through them, but we know that's not true too, don't we? That's the thing about it. You have to know that the only thing you can speak about when it comes to reality, from now on, you know, it is only your reality that you are referring to, and it's the only one you can refer to. Let's conduct an Einstein Thought Experiment. First, I want you to think of whose world this could be that you live in. Do you have those people in mind? Now, I have a very experienced hypnotist who will now hypnotize you. From your new thoughts of what is, you will now cause them to disappear from your experience like Tom's daughter did. Now, who else is there that is in charge of your world? Again, you will have them disappear from existence. Are there any animals that you want to disappear from your reality? Your entire history and memory can be altered as well to where your entire life becomes a different experience. Are you realizing that this is your world yet? That it is exactly as you think that it is, no more and no less? See if someone else can make something disappear or appear from your experience in the world. What? They can't? See if someone else can change what is or is not in the world that you see. What? They can't do that either? Is there anything that they can control in the world that you see? Nothing, huh? Can you make something disappear or appear in the world that you can see and experience? Oh, you can. Well, can you change what is or is not in the world that you know? You can do that also. Is there anything that you cannot create or control in the world using your God power? Oh, you can control it all. Well, I guess that this must be your world. After all, if you are the only one who has the power to change it and alter it, it must be yours. In my reality, I can see and interact with orbs. These are spheres of energy that are intelligent beings of some kind. They are always zooming around, and very few people can see them, but I am one who can. They are about the size of a basketball and have a darker center, which I think is the part that shows up in the photos. They are able to communicate with me by a system that I created. I will ask a question in my mind, and they will answer by bobbing up and down for a yes and side to side for a no. If they want to show me something specific, like in the night sky, for instance, they will move in a circle so that the thing they want me to see is in the middle of the circle. One day my dog died, and I wanted to know where to bury her in the backyard. It was at night, which is the best time for me to see them well. I asked them if they would show me where she wanted to be buried, and they said yes. I followed them across the yard to a place under a nice tree, and I said, "Is this the place?" They bobbed up and down, indicating yes. So, that is where she is buried. They also have a sense of humor. One day I was asking them if they wanted to show me something. This one in particular bobbed up and down, indicating a yes. So I watched that one to see where it was going to go and what it would be pointing out for me to see. It started to move to my right, so I started to turn right. But it kept going around me, so thinking that it was headed to a place behind me, I kept turning until I was facing directly behind where I was standing, but it kept going around to the right. So I kept turning until I realized that I was going around and around in a circle. It was so funny that I realized that it was a joke. They had played a joke on me, and at that moment I realized that they also have a sense of humor. It was a fun afternoon. I have been able to show a couple of people how to see them, and they can see them now, but most others, no matter how hard they try, they still can't. It's just not their reality. At least, not right now.
To continue, go to How to Use Your God Power, chapter number 12, segment number 21. Let your quest for knowing continue.